Hello, viewers. Last time we talked about being in the spirit, the services of the spirit. And today, in continuation to that, we want to see in the book of Genesis, chapter 6, we will see how the spirit came down. What are we and whom they are? Because in the Bible book, it is said, "Come, let us create man in our image." Creation, which we shall talk about when next. You want to creation. Say, come, let's create man in our image, after our likeness. And it continued there and said, he created man in his image, after his likeness. It comes somewhere and told us, and God molded man of the dust. Creation and molding. That of chapter 1, that of chapter 1 from 26, it was creation. And in chapter 2 from 7, it said, he molded man of the earth, dust. And today, like I said, the spirit are meant to serve us. They are there to help humanity. I would remember I talked about one being in the spirit. That is to say, if the spirit is using the person, he will tell you, you will hear from them, they will tell you what you need, they will answer your questions. Somebody would have problem, spiritual problem, and you don't know how to do it. A spiritual man will have to ask a question. How do we go about it? How do we see it? So when it is said, what do I need to do this? Accurately, a spirit man, one who has left the flesh, will ask the question, and the spirit will have to reveal, give the answer. When the spirit reveals the answer, the man will know how to do what the spirit do. Together, Almighty, come back and they give you the solution to that. Now let us hear what it has to tell us. Book of Genesis chapter 6. Read.
Verse 1. And it came to pass when men began to multiply on the face of the earth.
And it came to pass when men begin to multiply in the face of the earth, man made, the one that was molded on the earth. The house of man is the earth, the soul, not spirit. The soul, not the spirit. And it came to pass when man, people begin to multiply on the surface of the earth. What happens? What happens? Read.
And daughters were born unto them, that the sons of God saw the daughters of men.
This man on earth had pretty daughters, good daughters, fine girls. They were multiplying. People, they grew up in multiplication.
Saw that the daughters of men, that they were fair.
That the sons of God looked down from heaven, looked down from up, and saw that the daughters of man, two different persons, the spirit being and the physical being, the flesh and the spirit. When the spirit ones saw that the daughters of man were very pretty and they are numerous. They have been added in numbers. They looked on them from there and saw them. What did they do?
And they took them wives of all which they chose.
They took their wife. They begin to marry them. They begin to have them as sex machine or sex mates. They begin to go into them. They begin to produce with them. It becomes a field of sexual play. People from up saw the people on earth. Two different persons. These are the people of Genesis chapter 1, verse 26. These are also people, flesh, in the book of Genesis chapter 2, from 6 and 7. Uh-huh. Read.
There were giants in the earth in those days, and also after that, when the sons of God came in unto the daughters of men.
In those days, there were giants. When these people came down, they bear them giants. They bear them spirit beings who are the sons of these spirit people joined with the flesh. When they came, they begin to multiply because they have turned to no man. The sons of, remember what it says, the children of God saw the daughters of men. That is why when it says, come, let's create man. Man was not the one who's talking about in creation. In Genesis chapter 2, it says, and he molded man. He molded man. So man was molded. The spirit was created. And these created ones saw the molded ones in supply of what they need. They came down and had affair and had children. Giants were in those days, not today. In those days, two separate time. In olden days, we do say it. In those days, milk was 5 naira. Geisha was like this. Tomato was like that. We say, people, things are very costly today. Today cannot be yesterday. Today is not yesterday. So yesterday is different, and today is what? Different. Giants were born on the earth. That was, and that giant time, we call them in the time of Leviathan. When somebody will walk and see that, yes, he's greater to this person, he will subdue you, subject you to his demands, and it will be so. Giants were born unto them. We will see it to it. Read.
The same became mighty men, which were of old men of renown. And God saw that the wickedness of man was great in the earth.
This, because these people has come down, produced children from their flesh. Now, renowned men were born, great people. They were called renowned men in those days. Mm-hmm.
And, and that every imagination of the thoughts of his heart was only evil continually. And it repented the Lord that he had made.
But because these people were two giants, they became, grievous of against one another. They begin to, humiliate the little ones they see. Like I earlier said, time of Leviathan. When you be moving with your wife will be cooking, somebody will come and say, "Come, all of you, go and sleep. I want to eat this food." And you finish it. There's no place to try the offender. No person will talk about it. In those days, the Bible says, in those days, and they did what? The Bible writers, this one that say God of Moses, God of Elijah, God of that, God of that, are these gods the ancient gods? When did this God began? It began when Moses becomes his own lordship. Whatever that met Moses, Moses knows. He said it as at in the other time we read. He said, the Lord did not speak to our forefathers. He never made an agreement with them, but with us today, a new religion. That's why that one was known as God of Moses, God of Abraham, God of Elijah. Every man has gods. Every religion has gods. Country, states, they all have their gods. We shall know what is called gods as we continue. And he says, it repented gods. That means God doesn't know from ages to ages. He doesn't know from beginning to the end. If it would repent him, that he never knew that man would react. He never knew that his children would come down from above to have sex with a human being. These gods, was it supposed to be the superior gods? Answer is no. The God of Moses could have this time changed. The God of Abraham saw this was changed. And he said, it repented him. It fell in his heart. He never knew what he was doing. He didn't follow up the man his trend. It He was confused along the line. Did I ever created this man? Did I ever mold this person? Read.
Verse 6. And it repented the Lord that he had made man on the earth, and it grieved him at his heart.
It grieved him. It on his heart. The same God, they say he knows everything from ages to ages. He know it. He know the beginning of one's life. But he doesn't know that of Adam. He doesn't know that of the spirit and the flesh. It grieved him that he created man, that he molded the person. What a wonderful thing. He does everything, but this one he failed. What are we talking about? It grieved him. It touched him. Now this was this. I read.
Verse 7. And God, verse 7. And the Lord said, I will destroy man, whom I have created from the face of the earth. Both
And he now made an utterance. That same God of Abraham, Isaac and Jacob and all that, made an utterance. These people have failed me. They did not do as I want. What they are now practicing is not how I outlined it. I will utterly destroy them. That means the God kills. And somebody will come and tell you he's a merciful God. What is mercy into this? If he had mercy. If he had mercy, he's a merciful God. Where is the mercy? He destroyed all that was on the face of the earth. He destroyed human. He destroyed animal, creeping things, beasts, and all that. What is the offense of those ones that he destroyed? Where is the mercy? And when all this happens, the spirit never returned to the heaven. They never returned above where they came from. They begin to walk with man in the flesh, guiding their children that they have given to human being. This now, most of them, because spirit never die, being that they do not die, and their children do not die, they now begin to have ministration to men. They now begin to communicate with man, begin to show man things of the spirit. Most of these persons, because they are spirits and they cannot be, there's nothing they can do. that to abide